Folks, welcome. Welcome, everybody, to the LeeGOP Candidate Forum. What a crowd. What a place. Tremendous turnout. We've got so many great candidates here today. And let me tell you, folks, a huge thank you to the incredible volunteers and moderators who put this whole thing together. They did a fantastic job, believe me. Nobody puts on a better forum than these people. And how about David Gant and Susie Allen? Wow, I'm hearing absolutely fantastic things about these two. Great, great people. Real sharpshooters, the best. Winners, folks. They're going to do tremendous things. They're like the complete opposite of Sleepy Joe and Kamala. Total opposite. And folks, you got to join the LeeGOP. Go to LeeGOP.org right now. Sign up, check out the events and meetings. Tremendous stuff. Don't wait. Join today. You'll be glad you did. And now, folks, on to the forum. Candidates, get ready. It's your time to shine. Let's make this the best one yet. Tremendous!
And then we're going to ask the quick fire questions with the panel, and then your debate questions you'll be given 1 minute. Her if you're talking. 1 minute each to answer the debate questions, and then 2-minute closing statement.
So I just add to that when we get to 30 seconds, that's when the yellow flag's going to come up, so you have 30 seconds left at that point. Thank you, Audrey. Thank you, Susan, for being here today. We appreciate you. Why don't you go ahead and just make an opening statement if you would, and let us know. Yes, give them time in 1 minute. Okay.
So my name is Audrey Brooks, and I've lived in Southwest Florida since 1987. And I am
Stand up and speak louder.
We can't hear you. It's the noise in the back.
Okay.
Can somebody shut the doors back there?
Okay. All right, you get that door. Thank you.
Sorry.
No worries.
Oh, no.
I've lived here since 1987, and I am running for state representative, District 78.
Hi everyone, my name is Susan Frantz and I'm running for State House District 78.
Excellent. All right. You got your
And
panel.
I do want to ask the question of each of you. Are either of you or both of you ECI certified? Okay, so. And ECI, for those that didn't get it, is the Ethical Campaign and Accountability Initiative. It's an extra layer of ethical commitment that we've asked candidates, GOP candidates, to volunteer for.
All right. Thank you all. We're going to start with those quick fire questions. So we'll have the panels. It'll be yes or no. We'll get through 5 of them, and then we'll get into actual some 5 more in-depth questions. Should Florida expand school choice programs even if it results in additional funding leaving traditional public schools? Would you support reducing occupational licensing requirements for professions where public safety is not directly affected? Would you go ahead and standing up for that?
You want us to stand?
Just for the, so they can see it.
Yeah. You want to?
So they're going to stand so you can see back there with the panels, folks?
If they'll held them up, they would. And if you could do the first question again, because they just flip them instead of hold them up. But if they'll hold them up high, we're good.
Okay.
We just need to hold
The
them
first
high.
question.
Yeah, a little feedback is that just hold them high.
Okay.
So we're going to repeat the first question for the audience. Should Florida expand school choice programs even if it results in additional funding leaving traditional public schools? Very good, thank you. Would you support reducing occupational licensing requirements for professions where public safety is not directly affected?
Say that one more time.
Would you support reducing occupational licensing requirements for professions where public safety is not directly affected? Would you support requiring developers to fully fund the infrastructure directly needed for their new developments? Do you believe the state legislature should work to develop legislation to address megawatt data centers and their environmental impact, water usage, energy usage, and overall sustainability and compatibility with communities in the state? Last rapid fire question. Do you support additional property tax relief for Florida homeowners, such as higher homestead exemptions or stricter limits on annual assessment increases? Excellent. Good job. Appreciate you guys bearing with us through that. So on this one, Audrey, we're going to let you answer first, and we're going to kind of rotate that idea back and forth. So this will be your first in-depth question. You have a minute to respond. Do you support increased state funding and stronger measures to reduce nutrient pollution and improve water quality in the Caloosahatchee River estuary?
I do support that. Do you want me to expand?
You're more than welcome to. You have 50 seconds.
I'm just going to say, yes, I support that.
Very good. Thank you. Susan, do you want me to repeat it?
Sure.
Okay. Do you support increased state funding and stronger measures to reduce nutrient pollution and improve water quality in the Caloosahatchee River estuary?
I think it's really important that we continue to do whatever we can to keep our waterways clean. That makes us have a beautiful life here in Southwest Florida. It helps our businesses grow. And I think it's the reason most of us invested in living here in Southwest Florida is to be by our beautiful water. So anything that we can do to keep our waters clean, I think is really important.
Great. Next question, and we'll start with you on this one, Susan. Would you support dedicated state funding and policies for drainage improvements, flood control, and resilient infrastructure projects in Lee County to better protect against future hurricanes and flooding?
Absolutely, and I know that this is something that's really important to the legislature as well, even so far as developing infrastructure and technology so that our people can get out of here when we have a disaster. How many of y'all were here during Hurricane Ian and you got stuck here because the roadways were full? It's a really big problem. So we need to be investing in infrastructure and better ways to protect the people of Southwest Florida and the state when we have a natural disaster.
I also support that as well. I think it's important that developers pay their fair share. I know Lee County, we're in a $2 billion, I believe, deficit over the next 30 years for our roadways. So developers need to pay their fair share, and we need our roads to be clear. So when we leave for hurricanes, they're clear and there's reduced flooding. Yes.
Excellent, thank you. So we'll let you start with this one, Audrey. Do you support targeted state reforms or relief to address the property insurance crisis and rising property tax burdens specifically affecting homeowners in high-risk areas of Southwest Florida like Lee County?
I do. In fact, I was a part of the My State Florida program, the pilot program, back in the early 2000s, and I saw people reduce their insurance rates up to 30%. And I don't feel like we're addressing that enough, and insurance agents are addressing that because people don't understand that they can have a wind mitigation inspection. Also, the rates go up if you have outdated electrical. There are three components: your roof, your plumbing, and your electrical. Those play a huge part on the rates that you receive and what companies will take you. So it's important that we provide programs like that for fixing those things for people. Yes.
Thank you. Susan?
Just, I know it's a long.
No, that's okay. I'm happy to repeat it. Do you support targeted state reforms or relief to address the property insurance crisis and rising property tax burdens specifically affecting homeowners in high-risk areas of Southwest Florida, like Lee County?
I think that's absolutely something that we need to hold insurance companies accountable. One of the things I'm hearing when I'm knocking on doors and talking to people in Southwest Florida is our property insurance is out of control and it's making it impossible for people to continue to afford to live here. So the state legislature needs to be able to hold these insurance companies accountable, give them caps. You could wake up tomorrow and your insurance company could say, well, we assess more risk for your area, and they have an uncapped ability to continue to charge you more for your property insurance. So we need to be able to hold the insurance companies accountable and provide relief to Southwest Floridians and Florida people so that we can afford to live here.
Very good. Question number 4, we'll start with you, Susan. Do you support giving Lee County and its local governments more flexibility and authority to manage growth, control density, and address infrastructure strain without additional state preemption.
I think that there needs to be a really good balance between home rule and state collaboration. That's really one of the reasons why I want to run. I feel like I'm really connected to our community here, and I understand from our commissioners and our municipals what it is that they need. And then I can go to the state and ask for that and build a great working infrastructure so that we can continue to have a balance of home rule and state help with that home rule.
Would you like me to repeat it?
I would.
Okay, no problem. I would too. Do you support giving Lee County and its local governments more flexibility and authority to manage growth, control density, and address infrastructure strain without additional state preemption?
I think that we need a balance between what we control and what the state controls. So I think that there are people here that we know our areas, so certain areas as far as infrastructure. But I think people need to know, the locals need to know what's going on. And I think that's where transparency and accountability come in, so people know what's happening.
Great. Okay, we're down to the last question here, and we look forward to your closing statements. We will start with you, Audrey, on this one. Would you prioritize and support state funding for transportation and road improvement projects that reduce traffic congestion and improve connectivity in Fort Myers and eastern county portions of your district?
I would, and I think it comes back to, again, developers paying their fair share. Right now, I believe they're paying just over 50% what the rate is. And so we need developers to pay their share because we can't keep expanding developments if we don't have the infrastructure in place. So, yes.
Thank you, Audrey. Will you repeat it? All right. Would you prioritize and support state funding for transportation and road improvement projects that reduce traffic congestion and improve connectivity in the Fort Myers and eastern Lee County portions of your district?
Yes, absolutely. As we continue to grow and scale, this community needs infrastructure in place so that we can grow responsibly, put things where they need to go, and make our lives easier. Sitting in traffic is miserable, especially in season. So anything we can do to improve that at the state level, whether that be working with developers, working with our municipals, to build the best possible infrastructure for our community, we need to be prioritizing that.
Great, thank you. Okay, we made it through the questions, so that's great. Now it's just a chance to brag on yourself. Tell us about who you are. Tell us about why you want to run for office or why you're running for office, and just expand on that for us, if you would. Audrey, if you don't mind, we'll let you go first. You have 2 minutes. We'll put the yellow flag up at 30 seconds left.
Okay. So my name is Audrey Brooks, and it is an honor to be on the ballot for State Representative District 78. I'm a conservative Christian, and Southwest Florida has been my home since 1987. I raised my son here, advocated for his needs in the public school system, and I built businesses, including Living Local, that promoted local businesses in our community, and I also built a medical practice. Those experiences taught me how to solve problems, make difficult decisions, and manage responsibly with integrity. But some of my most important qualifications have come from the challenges I have faced over the past 5 years, including the financial and emotional pain like so many others experience while the systems that are meant to serve and protect people are unaccountable. Advocacy runs in my family. In 2003, my parents started the Cape Coral Watchdogs. They were challenging the excessive costs of the utility expansion project and the huge financial burden that it placed on the homeowners. Today, I understand why they stood up, because they cared about people, and they knew someone needed to speak up for them. That same spirit is why I'm standing here today. My top priorities are transparency, accountability, and affordability. Those priorities touch countless issues, including reforming failing systems, ensuring families are treated fairly in court, and strengthening protections and transparency for condo and HOA homeowners, all while putting people ahead of special interests. These aren't just political issues. They affect people's homes, savings, families, peace of mind, and their future. That is why you have my word.
Guess I'm done. Then I'll stand up for you.
Hi everyone, my name is Susan Frantz. I'm running for State House District 78. My family came here in the late 80s because of opportunity. The opportunity to grow and scale businesses, the opportunity to raise a family, get a good education in a safe community. And then in 2019, my dad built a very large business. And in 2019, I had the opportunity to do the same and build business. And this community supported me that entire way. And I feel like through that, I've learned pain points from all the businesses that I work with, nonprofits that I work with, and in the community as I work with people. So I feel like serving at the state level is my opportunity to give back to the community that's given me so much. Here in Southwest Florida, we need to find a way to grow responsibly while maintaining our way of life here in Lee County. Preserving our environment, I'm sure that's why many of you invested in living here, and continuing to keep the government out of our wallet. We're not a wallet for the government. So I hope you'll vote for me for State House, District 78. Go to votesusanfrantz.com to learn more about my campaign. We're knocking on doors and talking to all of you, and I hope I get the chance to talk to all of you and answer any questions you have.
Excellent, very good. Thank you very much to both of you. We appreciate you being here, appreciate your honest answers, and I would encourage anyone in the room to take a moment and try to catch Audrey or Susan in the lobby and let them talk to you a little bit more about who they are. Kind of a hard way to get to know some of the really fine details of these campaigns and these folks, so take that opportunity. Let's give them a round of applause, everybody.
Thanks for attending. There are more debates to watch. Visit LeeGOP.org to find the others.